work on 3, sprint to the next spot. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All work. Sprint to the next spot. Don't walk. Get there, get there, get there, get there.
You made your commitment today to Georgia Tech. What were the deciding factors in your decision?
When I went and looked around at the campus, and it was like a great environment, just like how they were treating me up there. I felt like I was at home. I didn't get homesick actually for once. And like they showed me around the campus about like the strength and like how they would work me out and get my body in shape where I needed to be and have me in the best shape I can be in.
Growing up in ACC country, I'm sure it was a goal and dream to play in the ACC. What factors does that play in your decision?
I mean, it's a dream come true, really, but I mean, I can't really describe it. Like, it was just real exciting for me.
Who was your main recruiter at Georgia Tech?
Coach Fassner himself, the head coach.
How did they say they would use you your freshman year?
They said they would have me like coming off screens, had a ball in my hand, pick and roll action. Yeah, basically that's it. I got
Tristan Maxwell, describe him.
You know, Tristan, he is, my daughter coaches at Independent. It's like, Dad, he's the best offensive player I've ever seen. You know, that's her
Right.
take on it. And, you know, Tristan is gifted on the offensive end. Better on the defensive end than people give him credit for because he's going to play a position-type defense. You know, everybody isn't going to just get up in somebody. Tristan understands that. Can really pass the ball. Passes better than a lot of people give him credit for, but he's, you know, Tristan's probably think he's underrated. I've always said that to a lot of people, and I'll leave it on this one on Tristan. You know, everybody's like, well, you let him take shots for you. Yeah, but he makes them. And then it was, well, he does all that scoring on Under Armour because Jeff and Vernon are friends. He's still got to put the ball in the basket. So then when he went to the NBA camp with all the top 100, he's still one of the leading scorers. So you can't take it from him. You know, well, he's playing guards in high school. At the NBA camp, it was all 6'8" to 6'10", and he was still finishing. He just has that gift of knowing what elevation to get on a shot, the height. He knows how to create space with his chest. He's a strong kid. You know, is he a blazer? No, but he knows how to create space. So. And he understands angles, but he is a very talented offensive player, and Tristan's a good kid. He doesn't talk a lot. He's quiet, but he's a good person and he cares.
Hand up!
Now that you've committed, I'm sure that's a big relief. What's your short and long-term goals for the season at North Meck?
I'm going to take one game at a time, try to make it to the state championship game and win it all, basically.
Where do you think you've improved the most during the off season?
I feel like I improved on, like, I guess, like playing more defense from Jeff. Jeff had pushed me a lot during the AAU season, making me like cracking down on my defense because he said I couldn't play defense, so I just kept working into that.
So he challenged you a little bit on the defensive end.
He definitely challenged me and made me go way harder than,
I'm sure Coach Lewis has challenged you a few times in open gym.
Oh yeah, for sure. He definitely has done that too. He challenged me all the time, book work and on the court.
Last couple seasons, North Mech has had the injury bug in this postseason, and you've also had some losses, tough losses along the way. What makes this team different from previous seasons?
What makes it different? I wouldn't say it would be different. Like injury-wise, we couldn't help that, but I feel like we're all coming back together and stuff like that. We got everybody back basically. We had a young group, and we've been playing together for a real long time, so we've been clicking.
Who stood out in preseason so far?
Preseason, our gym.
On your team?
Tristan Williams, he passing, getting his mid-range going. Shaman, he been shooting it from deep. Chris, he been getting real bigger, getting to the basket. He can put it in, like dunk it now, in the traffic, all that. And Germ, I like all my guys, But yeah.
How has the team chemistry been so far in the preseason?
It's been great. We've been getting all we had to get was Germ on back in the system, and then he been clicking real good. All he got to do is just run the floor, and he's going to be fine.
In the last couple seasons, you haven't had a really good low post presence, and with Jeremy Gregory, you have that. Describe Jeremy Gregory to a lot of the North Mech fans who haven't seen him before in a North Mech uniform.
Y'all gonna know his name before the season, and he's gonna be a real big impact on us. He real big, can do whatever he wants in the post, really.
This past season, you and Tristan played together at Team Charlotte. Talk about that chemistry there, how it will carry on at North Mech this season.
It's going to carry on real great. He finds me where my perfect spots are. He knows where I want it. And, yeah.
When Phenom was doing their fantasy draft, I was the one that picked you and Tristan in the backcourt together. And, of course, Team Lewis went on to win the fantasy draft. What do you tell the other people that didn't vote for you and your teammate Tristan Williams in the Phenom fantasy draft?
Shoot. I don't even know. It's just vote for me next time then.
Hey, Tristan, you open up the season with Independence. That's going to be a jam-packed game. It's going to be intense. It's going to be exciting. You know every one of those guys off the Independence team. What kind of game will that be?
We already been talking with each other. We already been going back and forth. It's going to be a real good game.
A lot of trash talking?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right, you want to make a prediction on the game?
North Mech wins by 20.
Guys got it? So that hard work on three, sprint to the next spot. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hard work. Sprint to the next spot. Don't walk. Get there, get there, get there, get there.